Hey, Rainbow here, welcome to my channel, and I'm going to do a quick overview. I've talked about these Michelin Road 6 tires before, but I just want to talk about them one more time because I'm getting ready to put on another set on the front and rear of my Ducati Multistrada V4 Pikes Peak for a trip I have coming up from South Florida near Miami all the way to Austin, Texas. So let's take a look and let me kind of tell you why I'm sticking with these tires for this particular bike, and honestly, probably any other bike that I would have, unless it was, you know, for the track or something like that. Then I'm not gonna wear them. I'm not gonna use them for something like that. Anyway, let's take a look.
All right, so as you can see here, I have a lot of tread. I mean, on the side, I have a ton of tread. I'm developing this bit of a Florida flat spot here now. I've been doing pretty good at not having that, but unfortunately, with where I live, it's hard to find really good roads that you can kind of lean the bike over. Now, I have some areas that I go to, and here's what I love about these tires, all right? And I'm gonna finish, the last item is really gonna be, the last two items are gonna be probably the most important. Number one, they're soft enough on the sides to give you a lot of grip. Now, this is an adventure bike. It's really tall. It's the Pike Peaks, but it still has a lot of clearance underneath. So I'm able to lean this over and do knee down on this V4 Pikes Peak with these tires with a ton of confidence and no slipping whatsoever. I feel very confident. If you really get in close, and I don't know if it'll focus, there we go, you'll see that it's soft enough to absorb, right, and wear and give you a ton of grip, okay? Now, obviously there's some chicken strips. I don't want to talk about that because it's not necessarily talk about that, to be quite honest with you, all right? That means I have good body position that I don't have it, and it's a friggin' adventure bike that I'm riding on the street. I'm not gonna lean over all the way. But anyway, so it gives you a ton of grip on the sides, and that's what I really like about these, is that even when I want to become an aggressive rider and I want to go fast and I want to exploit this bike, it still gives me the confidence because they are ZR rated tires, all right? So they're made for those higher speeds, yet they're grippy enough on the sides that I have a ton of confidence. Now, the second thing is that you get a lot of wear on these tires. These tires seem to last a really long time. I'm starting the flat spot here, which I don't like. If I was just gonna run local, I would continue using these tires. That's not a problem. I will run local with these tires all day long and put a couple thousand more miles, as you can see. So I'm gonna keep these tires as a backup set, but I'm gonna be changing them out. Now, and I'll explain why in a second. Now, the other thing with these tires is that in addition to the really good wear that you get on these, because this is a dual compound, it's a little harder here, and then it's a little bit softer on the sides, which is why you can get that real nice wear pattern on there when you lean it over as often as you can. And again, a lot of you are saying, hey, what the hell? You have a ton of tread left on these tires. Well, I'm gonna get into that in a second. But one of the biggest reasons for these tires, and I'm in Florida, I'm always in rain, and when I go on my trip to Austin, Texas and back, I always hit rain. Last year, the first 200 miles from my house trying to get out of Florida, and I don't even get halfway out of Florida, I was in torrential downpours, and these tires, these Michelin Road 6s, are absolutely awesome in the rain. And so they just have a lot of longevity to them, okay? Now, Rainbow, why are you changing and putting on these new tires? Why are you wasting this money? I'm gonna tell you why. Because last year I did a little over 3,000 mile round trip with these, all right? And then I put on a couple thousand more miles since then, and look how good of a shape they're in, all right? But since I'm gonna go out on another 3,000 mile trip, what I wanna do is I wanna have a fresh set of rubber. So I'm not gonna throw these out, all right? I'm gonna put them away and I'll be able to reuse them. But I am going to put a fresh set of rubber because I want to start this 3,000 mile journey off on the right foot. And if I hit torrential rain like I normally always do going across the Gulf, I have a tire that is brand new that is going to give me not just this good grip, but it's going to dissipate the rain extremely well. And that's one of the reasons why I'm replacing it. Now, I want to replace them as a set, so I got a front and a back. And for me, I'm kind of investing in my safety and I'm investing in the bike, all right? So let's take a look at the front tire and you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe you're changing that for a brand new one. But again, I want to do this as a matte set. Let's take a look at the front. All right, so truth be told, if you can see, there is literally nothing wrong with these front tires at all, which is why I'm keeping the front and rear. The rear, of course, is worn significantly more. I have a couple thousand miles on the rear. I'm gonna have a lot of miles left here on the front. But again, I wanna do a matte set, so I have matched rubber because I want to be as safe as possible in the rain, because I don't necessarily like to go super slow in the rain as long as I could see. And I know I'm going to hit rain because I always do, but there's a lot of tread left on these tires, and I probably have somewhere in and around 8,000 miles on these tires, and you can see how good of a shape they're in. There's very little, like maybe some minor cupping you can feel. I don't know if it's even really cupping or if it's just some of the indentations, but it might be a little bit of minor cupping. That is one of the things with the Ducati Multistrada V4 is the front end. I always get a little bit of cupping in it. But again, outstanding tires. But the reason why I'm sticking with Michelin Road 6s is because their performance in the rain, they're long lasting. And when I do want to get aggressive, all right, and let me get some focus here. When I do want to get aggressive, I have that grip that I need to give me a lot of confidence. Anyway, I know it seems like I'm wasting money, but these are just going to become a backup set. This is Rembo. Please like, please subscribe. I should appreciate it. Thank you very much, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.